projects, Okay, because of time, I'm trying to ensure that we don't stay too long on the introductive part of the class. It's just for us to have a glance of what the class would look like. Yes, a glimpse of what the class would look like. So that's the idea, right? And what are the things that we also check out for? And so we have expectations, right? Of course, many of us join this class with expectations. So at the end of this class, it's a 2-month class, that's 8 weeks, right? At the end of this class, I should be able to, I remember somebody was saying that we are able to learn these things for 2 months, and I told the person that it's not really the number of hours, the number of months that you spend in learning a particular thing. Sometimes it's just if you have the right mentor to mentor you through that part. So somebody can learn just data analytics for like 6 months, another person would learn that same data analytics for 2 months, and that person that learns it for 2 months is still good. Now it's not because of, sometimes it's not how many months you spend, sometimes it's just how consistent you are, and of course you have somebody to mentor you. So because the emphasis is going to be on project base, now one of the things that makes you learn better properly and you become so good is projects, right? You learn the core concepts and you implement the core concept into projects, whether project in your workspace or wherever you are working, right? You implement whatever you have learned into that space, right? You get, just like you want to build a voice assistant system for businesses, you can decide to come up with a model. Oh, I want to capture local languages like Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo. You get, there are businesses that of course they want to reach some areas in Nigeria, but they can't reach there, not because what they are selling is not good enough, but because the people do not understand the language they are trying to communicate. Not everybody understands English. By the time you go to some remote village, so sometimes always a problem. How do we reach out to these people? You get, how do we reach out to these people? Is there any way we can reach out to these people? So there are ways we can achieve that. Or maybe you are in education system, you want to build a solution that can help simplify learning, that can summarize documents, and you can ask questions based on that document that is being summarized, and it will answer you. All of those things are possible. You get, so anything you can think of is possible when it comes to data science, AI engineering. Anything you can think of. The only thing I know that is not possible is to create human being. You get, that one is only given to God to do, right? He is the giver of life. That's the only thing I know that is not possible for us to do, right? But when it comes to building solutions, it is possible. You want to build a solution that can of course manage people's finance, give them recommendation, or maybe you want to build a solution that can capture people's meal. Like somebody eats a particular meal, the system scans the meal and tell the person that this meal you are eating, you have this level of protein in this meal, there's this level of fat in this meal, there's this level of this, just by capturing the meal alone, right? And that same system cannot give recommendations that, see, based on what you have done, or this kind of meal you are taking, it will be good you reduce this, reduce that. You understand? So all of these things are possible. Recommendation systems, they are very possible. They are AI models. We're going to be going through some of these AI models, and you also get familiar with some of these AI tools, how they work, because if you want to be the solution, you must also understand how some of this AI tool works and how you can also solve a problem with some of the ideas. You understand? There are some paid models. Of course, you should, let me even tell you now that when we start doing some real practicals like large language models, right? When I mean large language models, I'm talking about models when we start integrating something like GPT, like OpenAI. These are real smart models. You might possibly be required to fund your wallet. You're going to create an account, you fund, I think, about $5 or so, $5 or $6. You fund your wallet, and you can use that, just that $5 or $6 for several months. Yeah, several months, depends on how you use it. They charge by per token, you get. Of course it should be enough for whatever you want to do, your learning, your training, whatever you want to do, right? It should be enough. And there are some other free models to which I'm going to be showing you guys too. Some free models you can even install on your laptop and use, you get. We call it Olama. So we're going to be checking some of these things. We're going to be building solutions, right? Solutions. And I will really encourage us to be, don't miss the class for anything. All right, so too much end of talk. Let's dive into the practical properly. All right, please, I would like you to confirm if you can see my screen, please. Can you confirm if you can see my screen? You can just give a thumbs up if my screen is visible. Can you see my screen? Please just give me a thumbs up. I want to confirm if you can see my screen. Alright, so okay, so data science and data science and AI engineering, right? So we're going to be learning two things. Of course, before you become an AI engineer, you should at least become a data scientist, because you feed your AI with data. You understand? You feed your AI with data. Any solution you are building, you should understand. You should understand what data science is all about, right? So you cannot build a solution when you don't really understand the concept of data science. You get? So we are going to be going through the introduction of data science. If you check the course outline I sent to the platform, you will notice there that from the course outline we are starting with the introduction, right? Yes, that is what is data and AI engineering, AI versus ML versus DL versus generative AI versus agentic AI, and of course architectural diagram, tools and overview. So those are the things we're going to be talking about today. Now, data science and AI engineering, right? AI engineering is focused not just on building models. Yes, AI engineering is focused not just on building models. You get? Just 1 minute, please. Alright, so AI engineering is not just focused on just building models, but on making AI systems actually work in real application. So that means the idea is not just for us to just build models. Of course, we build models with machine learning, deep learning. You understand? We build models with machine learning, deep learning, but it goes beyond building models. After you have built those models, how do you make the model to work, right? So in real application, so when your model starts working, whether it's working in mobile apps or it's working in websites, or maybe somebody can consume it with API. API means application programming interface. That is the interface that connects your AI with the application. You get? And we also have assistants too, etc. Now we're going to be building APIs. We're going to be building a small web app where you see the deployment of some of these models you have built. You get? Now